Hello, Scorpio. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading focused on the second half of August from the 16th through the 31st. General reading as always, guys. It will not resonate with every single person. Please do take from this reading what makes sense for you, release the rest. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, I am fully booked through mid-September. There is a bit of a wait for that, but you're welcome to visit my website and browse through the reading menu. And if you would like to be added onto my September schedule, or at this point, possibly early October, which is a bit of a wait, but you're absolutely welcome to do that if you're interested in that. All right, guys. So let's dive right into this, Scorpio. These are the 3 card decks that we'll be using to start things off for your focus messages. This is the Spirit Cards deck by 7 stars. This is my Lover's Oracle deck, and then we'll grab a message from the Moonology deck, okay? So let's take a look and see what presents itself here today. So the Spirit cards here, Scorpio, it contains letters, numbers. It's got a yes, a no. It even has a goodbye in here. So we'll take a look and see what comes forward for your reading here today. All right, angels and spirit guides for Scorpio and love and life, second half of August. Whoops. We've got N and an O, so no. It's coming through with a no, or someone has these letters in their name. We have the number 4, we have the number 3, 34 or 43, or that could add up to a 7. If any of those numbers play a significant role in your connection or in your life. We have G. We have a B. We'll grab a couple more letters, or if that is what wants to pop up, letters or numbers. We have an F, and we have an L. Okay, bottom of the deck is an M, so we'll pull that as well. All right, guys, so if any of these letters plays a part in your person's name or yours, we'll take a look and see, of course, if there's something of significance that pops up for you during this reading. Okay, so take that for how it resonates with you. We'll grab one message from the Lover's Oracle deck. All right, I'm guided to this card right here. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Whenever this presents itself for me, Scorpio, it reminds me of 2 people who could certainly be going through some challenges in your relationship, whether you guys are in separation or just going through some obstacles in the connection. And sometimes you got to just start back in the beginning when you guys connected as friends, and maybe that's where you're being guided towards when it comes to this connection. Back to the basics, you know, when things were simple, when you guys were just friends, and to see if things can progress beyond that. All right, so let's grab one message from the Moonology deck. Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio. All right. I'm guided to this card here. Show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. So some of you guys might be thinking of an Aquarian for this reading. You could also have Aquarius in your chart if that applies. Show the world who you really are, the real you, who you truly are on the inside. All right, so if that makes sense for you at this time, perhaps that's why it's presenting itself here in that way. All right, we're going to start things off with the Mystic Moon Oracles deck to dig a little bit deeper into your situation, Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, please. When it comes to Scorpio and love and life, second half of August, when it comes to your connection, how is it affecting your person? What's the overall vibe when it comes to the 2 of you? We do have inner child presenting itself here. So maybe your inner child needs to be addressed or nurtured in some way. If you might have experienced something traumatic or painful growing up, perhaps it's affecting that and how you're conducting yourself or how you're feeling as an adult. We do have fear popping up right after it. So this could be your person here, Scorpio. They're afraid to perhaps think about the past. If something painful happened in the past for this person, for example, and they're afraid to revisit that, it might bring up some very painful memories for them. Maybe they're afraid to share that part of themselves with you. And you know that this message could be for your person as well. Show the world the real you. Maybe they're afraid to really let you know who they are on the inside. And if that doesn't apply, you know, somebody is all up in their fears right here, afraid to either reach out to you, communicate, say something, do something. You've got your own free will, so do they. But maybe they're afraid to actually just create some sort of action towards you, Scorpio. We do have cycles presenting itself here also. A cycle perhaps needs to come to completion in order to begin a new cycle. And going back to that message, show the world the real you. You know, and clearly we have very similar images here. And again, some of you guys might be thinking of an Aquarius for this reading, if that applies. So one cycle needs to end and a new cycle begins. Self-worth. If this has been an issue for some of you, stemming back as far as your childhood, and maybe that's why we've got inner child represented right here. Part of the cycle that needs to phase out might be dealing with how you see yourself. And it's now time to open up a brand new door so you can see yourself in a very different light. To be able to look yourself in the mirror and actually be happy with what you see. And have the confidence and self-worth to just be able to look in that mirror and love who you are on the inside and the outside. We have deception coming through. So far, what I'm feeling from this, Scorpio, is sometimes, you know, when we're dealing with self-esteem issues, self-worth issues, confidence issues, we tend to be deceptive with ourselves. You know, it's that inner dialogue and what we say to ourselves. We're always listening. That internal dialogue that we are feeding ourselves, it affects us. And that could be affecting how you are in your relationships, whether it is romantic in nature or not. So if that applies for some of you, it's presenting itself here. Look at this. We've got regret. Fear and regret coming through here. Fear, regret, deception. So somebody's got some regrets that they're dealing with here, Scorpio. Whatever these regrets are, I feel it's their fears that are actually holding them back from creating healing or movement. You know, it's like they're lying to themselves. They're hiding behind that tree because they're afraid to show themselves, which could be the equivalent of them just avoiding you, or they're being difficult to track down perhaps. They're very much in their headspace right now, I feel. Look at this. We have commitment, okay? But maybe they are afraid of commitment. And maybe at one point in time, Scorpio, they told you that they were ready to commit, but that wasn't the full truth. They were afraid to tell you what was really going on in their heart. They could have also been hurt before, and if they haven't processed that, then that certainly is going to affect how they see themselves. Failing to see value within themselves. You might also resonate with that for yourself too, Scorpio, if that applies. So because more than likely they were afraid to commit to you, that's what brought this in. This energy of this destruction for me is pretty much like a tower moment. A tower moment in a relationship. Destruction, chaos. It could have happened unexpectedly, whether you brought the tower down or they did. And if they weren't able to commit to you, Scorpio, it could have been you that decided to walk away and detach, and that brought the tower down on this relationship. But let's see, if there's a way to turn this around. So we'll grab some additional messages from the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle by Aquaman Light. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio. In love and life for the second half of August. What else do we need to know about this connection and how it's affecting your person, how it's affecting you? We've got unspoken, more regrets. We already have a regret card here, and this card says it as well. Regrets, lost words, disappointment, you see? Maybe you both have regrets, and I feel part of the reason why there are regrets here is because maybe you guys just didn't have the proper closure, and this tower came in unexpectedly and really created a lot of chaos in the relationship, and maybe you guys just abruptly ended things without being able to fully express what was really going on in your heart. We have epiphany right after that. Realizations, understanding, awakenings. So it could be your person, Scorpio, who's had this epiphany. It's like that light bulb moment. Finally waking up to what's going on here in their connection, in their heart, what they want to do, what they're willing to do at this point now. If they were afraid and if they were in a dark place before, maybe they have moved on from that energy. Maybe that's one cycle that ended and they're now ready to open up a new door towards these realizations, to be able to come towards you to at least have a conversation. If anything, if nothing more than that, then maybe it's just a chance for you guys to sit down and talk, perhaps as friends before anything else, reconnecting in that way first to see if you guys can start over and turn it into something more than friendship. But in the meantime, this is what needs to happen here. Nourish, self-harmony, soul growth, comfort. This is giving back to you. This is something you need to offer yourself. Self-harmony, self-worth, self-love. This is all going to help you on your healing journey, Scorpio. And maybe your person, they're on the same page and they need to dedicate some time to their healing journey too. Look at this, more fears. We've got rejection, irrational fears. I feel that's what they're dealing with. They're afraid that if they were to reach out to you, Scorpio, that you would say no, that you would reject them. And some of you guys might do that. Maybe you're really upset with this person. And they're feeling it. Whatever energies you're directing towards them, they're feeling it. They are afraid that you would say no. And isn't it interesting, when I was pulling these letters, the N and the O were the first two letters that came through. So maybe some of you guys would say no to this person, and they are picking up off of that. We have despair, falling apart, sinking, and hopeless. Regret. I mean, look at the body language, you know. Maybe this person just does not know what the first step should be. They know what they want, but maybe they're just feeling this hopeless energy that if they were to do that, you would reject them. And so they're really allowing this fear to just overwhelm them, I feel. We have unconditional, innocence, support, whole heart. This is the need to open up your whole heart to the potential that you guys can work this out. And if you can both do this, there's a chance for this commitment to come in. You guys have already been, I feel, through a very traumatic experience, something painful here between the two of you. You've already gone through that, I feel. And maybe this person now realizes that they really do have unconditional love for you, or that could be a part of your own realizations for yourself, Scorpio. And then we have heart song coming through. Inner knowing, telepathy, intuition. And remember when I was talking about the energies that you are directing towards this person? You are telepathically communicating and they are doing the same, I feel. And you guys are still feeling each other's energies and vibrations. Doesn't matter that you guys are at a distance from one another. I feel there were good parts to this connection. It wasn't all bad. Because I just kind of feel that if you guys didn't care about one another anymore, you could just move on and wouldn't even give this person a second thought. But you both have regrets. We've got two cards here talking about regrets, disappointments, lost words, you know. I'm also feeling that they're afraid, Scorpio, that the good things that they did say to you, that you might overlook that and just focus on the bad things that were discussed, or the bad memories, and overlooking the good times that you guys have shared. There's also this energy of exhaustion, long journey, depletion, fatigue. You guys might just be really tired with this journey that you guys have been on. And if you don't feel that way, Scorpio, maybe it's this person that you're thinking about. Their energy, it's just depleted. They've tapped themselves out, maybe because of all of these fears and these very heavy energies that they've allowed themselves to be engulfed by. That just tapped them out energetically. They're tired. So they need to, and it's interesting how we have this nourish card. Whoever is in this space of exhaustion and depletion needs to nourish themselves. It could be both of you, really. And then look at this. Beginnings. New direction, fresh start, and a chance. So you guys can certainly have a new beginning if you're open to it. If you're both willing to give this a second chance, it can happen. It's not an impossible situation. I'm feeling it's doable, you know? All right, let's add some tarot. This is the Palette deck by Salviadora of Eat, Read, Love. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio in love and life, second half of August. What else do we need to know for this connection, please, for Scorpio? Okay, we've got the Three of Wands here, which is fire. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius for some of you. The Three of Wands could be a budding relationship for some of you guys. Going back to when things were innocent and brand new when you guys were just friends. And maybe for some of you guys, you're reconnecting in that way where you're just starting to get the ball rolling once again to see if things could develop beyond that friendship level. And for others, this could certainly represent a new love connection for some of you. Maybe you've just started dating someone new, and that's a budding relationship for some of you guys. Having detached from this painful relationship, you guys are not together. And so I feel for some of you guys who are wanting to just be out there and finding love elsewhere, maybe you have. Or it's too soon to call it, you know? But the Three of Wands is all about looking ahead. Getting beyond the past and where you guys have been. And then we've got the Five of Coins here. So we've got Earth energy now. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. The Five of Coins is somebody who's been left out in the cold. Maybe you left this person out in the cold, Scorpio. Or, you know, that could be reversed for some of you guys. We do have the Lovers. Okay? The Lovers card followed by the Fool card. So there's a new beginning that is certainly possible here between you and your person, Scorpio. There's a decision that needs to be made here between the two of you. Either you guys make this decision together, or you decide for yourself, Scorpio, that either you want to create movement to bring this back together, or a decision to finally end it and move on to the next chapter of your love life. This is Gemini specifically from that Lovers card. So some of you guys might be focused on a Gemini here. There is definitely a connection here. You guys share a pretty deep spiritual bond here. The attraction certainly is still here. And then you've got the Six of Swords right after that, which is air energy. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini again. So the Six of Swords is all about a transition, leaving something or someone behind and moving on. You see? So some of you guys have decided to end this chapter of your life, allow that cycle to come to completion, and open up a brand new cycle, possibly towards a different direction, towards a new love connection. The Fool card is all about taking that leap of faith, you know, and starting fresh. Beginning. So a couple of interpretations here, really, because either you start fresh with the person that you're thinking about for this reading and you want to reconnect, you want to see where it goes, or you've already started a new chapter, or at least that's what you're wanting, to have a new beginning. Maybe you're afraid to take that leap of faith to see what the future has in store for you. You're definitely going through some sort of transition here, Scorpio, in not only your love life, but maybe your life as well. And then we've got the Five of Wands here, so we have more fire. So what I'm feeling here, part of the reason why you guys broke up was because there was competition here. It definitely created some sort of conflict here between you and your person, because there was rivalry here. So there could have been somebody else in the picture. Someone else in the picture. But look at this, okay? You've got the Six of Wands right after that. And the Six of Wands is such a great card because it's restoring your self-confidence, which is so crucial. You know, like what I was talking about earlier, self-love, self-harmony, self-worth, confidence. I mean, being able to rebuild that and work on that. That's what the Six of Wands is bringing in. It's bringing progress in your love life and in your life. The Six of Wands too, though, it's victory, it's success. So either you and your person are victorious and successful in a reconnection or moving forward, following your heart, Scorpio, and just going in a whatever direction you want to go, that's where you are victorious and successful. And I absolutely love how the Three of Swords is coming up reversed. So we've got more air right there. So the Three of Swords in the reverse is forgiveness, it's recovery, but it's also moving on. So take whatever part of that interpretation works for you, Scorpio. Do you want to move on your own and find love elsewhere? Or do you want to be able to be at a place of forgiveness with your person to recover what is broken or what's lost between the two of you? It's up to you. It's up to both of you to be able to create this movement back towards each other, or you go your separate ways. So it could play out one of two ways, but it's up to you. You definitely have a bit of a say here. You know, there's two of you in this equation. You've got your own free will. Remember, they do as well. But right now, we've got the Two of Swords because no one's making a decision. The potential to create movement is here, Scorpio, but maybe you guys are just not ready to do that. And so we're at a crossroads here. We're at a stalemate. You can get out of that stalemate. You both can, but maybe you just need a little bit more time. Or maybe you guys are just tapped out and you don't have any energy left to dedicate towards creating movement in this partnership. If you want it bad enough, if you both do, then you guys can make it happen. You can totally make it happen. Let's grab some messages from the romance angels here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio. What else do we need to know? What else, please? For some of you, it's time to release your ex. And maybe that's why, again, it said no right in the very beginning. It's like, no, don't take them back. No, don't get back together. However way that makes sense for you. You know, so maybe you already know this. It's time to clear that energy when it comes to this ex. But some of you guys are calling in your soulmate, somebody that you feel is your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, visualizations help bring you together. Some of you guys already have children. Or for some of you, part of the reason why this is here is picking up off of that inner child energy. We have retreat coming through here. Couple of interpretations. As you can see, we've got a bride and groom right there. Married couple. All right. So if you resonate with the fact that you and this person that you're focused on for this reading, you guys are married, you are disconnecting from the partnership. You're moving on away from it. You're disconnecting. You're retreating from the marriage. Okay. Disillusion, end of an era, walking away from it. The other interpretation of this is two people who still want to commit and be together, whether you're married or not, and just retreating from the world, just to be able to disconnect and spend time on your own to figure this whole thing out. Okay, so whatever interpretation is more likely suited for your situation, Scorpio, take it, you know. And as I was mentioning, new love. But this is another card that has two interpretations. New love, new person, or a new chapter, a new cycle of love with the one you want to be with. Okay, so there's choices here. Choices are all over the place when it comes to what's happening here between you and the person that you're thinking about for this reading. All right. I wanted to also grab a message. This is from my soul sister, Angelic, Revelation 144. This is her brand new deck. It's called Universal Heart Oracle Guidance from Spirit, Your Guardian Angels and Ancestors. So I wanted to grab maybe one or two cards from here to add to your reading, Scorpio. So let's see. Let's see what needs to come through. And as always, guys, only take what, makes sense for your situation. Don't try to make it fit if it absolutely does not. Okay. This card says, greater fulfillment and prosperity will be heading into your life soon. You can now lay solid foundations by creating strategies to realize your dreams. You are now ready to expand your horizons and structure a plan forward. This preparation will highlight the necessary steps needed to achieve your goals. I love that. Because this can apply to so many things, Scorpio. It doesn't just have to be your love life, although it could. This, is a love and life reading. So take that for however way you can apply it in your life at this time. And this is the bottom of the deck. Spirit is aware that there are things within your life that have been disappointing recently. This is normal and happens to us all, but it is also an opportunity for you to do something about it. There are going to be exciting changes up ahead if you choose to stop staying stuck and waiting on other people to change. Amen. Be the change you wish to be, and we will bring in the people who are destined to walk with you on your path. Do you see that? That is so awesome. That is so perfect. Because remember, if I can find it, where is that darn card? The Two of Swords. This is pretty much telling you you're stuck. You guys are stuck. And it even says it here, you can stop. There are going to be exciting changes up ahead if you choose to stop staying stuck, if I can read today, to stop staying stuck and waiting on other people to change. If your person, whoever you are thinking about for this reading, if they are stuck and if they're not creating any sort of movement because of their fears, then it's up to you to get yourself unstuck and create movement in your life. And that might just ultimately lead you here. It's up to you. The theme of this reading here this time, Scorpio, is choices. New doors, old doors that need to close, new opportunities, new cycles, change, allowing old cycles to phase out and come to completion. Okay, so let's continue. Let's grab some messages from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck. Let's see what else needs to present itself here. Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio, please. In love and life, second half of August. What else do the angels need to communicate to you at this time? Look at this, inner strength. And if you look at the image, it's a woman. She's wearing a wedding dress. Okay, so again, some of you guys might be focused on a person that you're married to. Your marriage might be going through some major challenges right now. Or this is somebody that you really pictured a life with long term, to where you could see yourself getting married to this person. This obviously has a female figure in this photo, so it could be for my female feminines who resonate with this especially, but it can really apply to anybody. This message reads, inner strength. I gave my all, everything I had inside me, but it wasn't enough. Was it ever enough? Am I good enough? Why am I standing here heartbroken? I don't deserve this. I'll be all right. I'm strong. This pain is trying to shatter me. I won't let it. I will overcome. Yes, you will. You will. And that's why we've got self-worth. That's why we've got free will. That's why we've got nourish, giving back to yourself. And that is why we have this epiphany with that rainbow right there. Realizations, understandings, and awakenings. So if you resonate with that for yourself, you absolutely will get through this. Yes, you will. The next message is interlaced. This card reads distance, time, Circumstances cannot stop our love from intermingling, despite outside influences that are beyond our control. People, opinions, misaligned stars, the world, that we shouldn't be. You are always with me in my heart, my love. There they cannot touch the you and I that have become this thing called us. And what I feel from this, Scorpio, especially going back to this retreat message, is you don't want any more outside interference. You just want to disconnect and spend some time alone without any outside influences or interference from anyone else or the world, to just be able to spend time with your person. Figure things out. Have those heart-to-heart conversations. Okay? That's what I'm grabbing from that. We have beso. Okay? Your lips were meant for mine. No other kiss can ever compare to your kiss, our kiss. So there's something very special about the kisses that you guys have shared together. Very, very special. I'm guided to pull a couple more. This next one is expansion. It was always you and I. There was never anyone else that mattered in our world. Is that not interesting? Again, another reference to just the two of you against the world. You know, there was never anyone else that mattered in our world, just you and I. And one day it all changed. Our love created a life that demonstrated so beautifully how two people can extend that love beyond themselves to leave this world with a legacy all our own. Expansion. And I really feel that's why this is presenting itself here. Either you guys already have children together, or this is something that you're wanting to bring into your life. You can have that still. Next message is ruined. I thought I had it all together. My life, my ambitions, goals, dreams. Then you came and ruined all my plans with your presence, your beauty, your heart. I can't imagine a day without you, and yet here we are, apart. Please return, for without you, my life is in ruins. Okay, this is coming through, I feel, especially for my divine masculines. A message for the feminine here. And last message, we have Kismet. You and I were two lost souls, destined to meet in this lifetime. It doesn't matter how many wrong turns or choices we've made before we came into each other's lives. All that matters is that in the end, we got it right. We found each other. And maybe you haven't gotten here yet, but there's a possibility that you can. I feel the journey is not done, Scorpio. And this ultimately might be your destination with this person. To find each other again, to reconnect, and get it right with a new beginning. Okay? It's all possible. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one, Scorpio. I do hope whatever part of it resonated with you, that it offered you advice you could use at this time. And I will see you guys real soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.